Hey guys, so today I'm going to be testing out some recipes from the channel SweetTreats. They have a really awesome channel with lots of cool recipes and videos, and you should definitely go check them out and subscribe. And so today I'm going to be trying out one of their cookie recipes and one of their Starbucks latte recipes, so I hope you guys enjoy. So first, I'm going to be trying out their maple brown sugar cookie, and these looked so good in the video, so I just had to try them out. So in the video, they used a stand mixer, but I just did it by hand, and it worked out fine. It does require a little bit more strength, but you can do it. So here I'm just mixing some brown sugar, some butter, and some vanilla extract together in a bowl. If you want the exact measurements, I can put them in the description for you guys, and they're also in SweetTreats video. And now I'm going to mix in 1 egg. At this point, the mixture gets pretty soupy, but don't worry, this is how it's supposed to be. And then lastly, I'm just going to add in a little bit of baking soda and some flour, and I'm just adding the flour little by little so it doesn't spill everywhere. And then when you're done mixing the dough together, I'm just going to saran wrap it and then put it in the fridge for about an hour. After the dough has chilled for about an hour, I'm going to unwrap it and then use the same size measuring tool for each ball, and I'm just going to scoop equal sized balls and put them on a parchment paper covered baking sheet. This recipe is supposed to make about a dozen cookies. I did get 14 out of this recipe, but it really just depends on how big your cookie balls are. Then when the dough is equally portioned out, I'm just going to take each portion and roll it between my hands to make it a little bit more like a ball. Then you want to bake the cookies for about 10 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And then while the cookies are cooling or baking, we're going to make a maple glaze to go on top. This glaze is surprisingly very easy to make with very few ingredients, and I think it really enhances the cookies. All you need is some butter, maple syrup, and powdered sugar. I actually made this glaze while the cookies were chilling instead of baking and cooling, so once I was done with it, I just put it in the fridge in a piping bag. Then it got a little bit more stiff, so when the cookies cooled, I piped the glaze over, and it kind of melted on the cookies. But if you make the glaze right when the cookies are done cooling, then you can just drizzle it over from the bowl, or you can use a piping bag if you want. You can also probably see the lumps of powdered sugar in this glaze, and if you don't want those, then you should just sift the powdered sugar before you add it into the glaze. cookies are finished cooling, you can pipe the glaze over the cookies, or if it's not as stiff as mine, you can drizzle them. And I did forget to glaze a cookie in this clip, but I did end up doing it later. I'll show you guys some pictures of the finished cookies at the end of the video, but let me tell you, they were probably one of the best cookies I've ever had. I actually really loved this recipe, and I would definitely recommend. Plus, it is really easy to make and doesn't require that many ingredients. And the next recipe I'm going to be trying out from SweetTreats is their pumpkin spice latte. A latte is pretty much just a flavored milk with some coffee, and in the video they made their milk mixture on the stove top, but I'm just going to be making mine in a bowl and then heating it up to mix everything together. So I heated up my milk for about a minute before I added the other ingredients in, which were some pumpkin pie spice, which was optional, some cinnamon, some pumpkin puree, some vanilla extract, which I did add later, and then some brown sugar. And again, I added a little bit of white sugar later on just because I like sweet coffee. After adding all of the ingredients in, I still heated up this mixture more just to make everything dissolve into the milk, and then I whisked it really good. I also had this reusable Starbucks plastic cup, so I decided to use that for this drink because I thought it was fitting. And so I just put half of a cup of coffee into the bottom of the cup, and then I poured the milk mixture in. In the video, they do put some whipped cream on top with some cinnamon, but we didn't have any whipped cream, and I really didn't need it anyways, so that's definitely optional. And I'm assuming if you like a stronger coffee, you should add more coffee and less of the milk mixture. I will say that when drinking the first half of this cup of coffee, I could definitely taste and feel the grains of cinnamon and pumpkin pie spice, but then when I got down to the last half of the drink, I couldn't really taste the grains anymore, and I'm assuming you wouldn't really taste them anyways if you had done it over the stove because there's more heat. So if you wanted to do it that way, that's fine, but the microwave also works. Just be aware you want to heat it up a little bit more than I did because I could taste a little bit of the grains. But overall, I really loved this pumpkin spice latte. It was so good and so easy to make. Again, definitely go check out SweetTreats. They have amazing recipes, and I just really love their channel. And be sure to check out the comment section on this video because I have some questions for you guys and some updates. And I'll see you guys soon. Bye!